Okay guys, I really didn't expect this video. I thought this is just something that it was just very crazy at the moment. French Twitter is an absolute insane right now. It's just absolutely chaotic. And it seems that this content creator influencer who goes by the name of Kitembo is somebody who's being exposed by a past friend and has made a very lengthy thread on Twitter, and it's just very interesting. Hey guys, it's Murad. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. Marhaban, and let's get straight into this. Subscribe for daily and consistent content, guys. Daily and consistent. Now, before we get into this video, please do not go and send any hate to anybody involved or addressed or mentioned in this video, to Chloe or to this individual who started this thread, or anybody addressed in this thread. It's a waste of your time. It's not productive. It's not conducive. Please do not go and send any hate. So let's get into this. But before we do, and I'm dragging this, but let's get into this. Let's get into this thobe of mine, this Kandora of mine. I love the white one is my favorite one because it's just so sleek. Do you understand? And absolutely beautiful. This material, oof, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Let's get into this. So a particular influencer content creator who goes by the name of Chloe Kitembo is basically being exposed. And it's just very unfortunate that this is obviously going on. This person goes by the name of Sandrine, who says, Chloe Kitembo, good night all. As some of you may know, Chloe and I have been very close friends for almost 7 years. Over time, she became more of a sister than a friend. We've been through a lot together and supported each other through tough times. I thought a lot about how to go about it, and if sharing this here was really necessary. In all honesty, guys, I don't think it's necessary for any of this to be shared. What about keeping stuff off the grid? Anyways, but after speaking with her in private several times to ask her to stop spreading lies, and that I learned that she continued until throwing spikes on her social networks, I told myself that enough is enough, too much. So by talking with other friends of hers, I learned that she was spreading the false life of each of us in a lying and unconscious way, going beyond the borders of Europe, not Europe. Maybe by speaking a language she will finally understand. My Lord. During my friendship with her, I made her aware of my mental health issues, only to find out later that she told people that she didn't care, and that if I really didn't want to live anymore, I would already no longer live. Basically, that I was doing cinema, entertainment, I would imagine. It goes on, all of it is in French. French is not my language, guys. So a lot of us have been confused as to how to convert this stuff, but still posting messages on social media about mental health. The thread goes on and on and on and on and on. She literally talks about everyone she hangs out with for no reason and shamelessly, except that each of us have always done everything to protect our secrets. So she mentions content creator, Miss Rose, and says, Miss Rose, I'm sorry to tell you that she mentioned you. I'm aware of too many details that I should not know. I'm not going to repeat what she said because it's way too personal and I do not want to expose your life. Somebody called Grace, I'm sorry she thinks you have bad vibes. Somebody called It's May Sala, I'm sorry but you grew up together as a family, and the fact that she allows herself to speak badly about your mother, to speak badly behind your back, is disgusting, and you should know that. On the other hand, I took the time to inform him. Pinto Amelo, I'm sorry to inform you that Chloe made fun of you because according to her, the artists pay you very, very little to book you for clips and don't calculate you afterwards. This particular influencer has obviously responded to these claims as well, and she's not pleased. Somebody called Elizabeth, I'm sorry, but I already knew you were pregnant with twins before you announced it. I even knew the sexes. Chloe told me to pretend I did not know. I'm so sorry she told me all of these things. Now, obviously, this particular influencer girl is upset because she has quote tweeted saying, Chloe was next to me in my bed when I cried because people were talking about my pregnancy. She knew that I had several complications and that I absolutely did not want to announce it. She even dried my tears. How do you explain, it hurts a lot. So it goes on and on and on. I'm sorry your friendship was purely business-like. She planned to advance how to positively affect her brand and her business. Somebody called Prissa Harris, I'm sorry she always says you're lazy and just waiting for her to break through on social media, and you can take advantage of her. Not to mention that the investment she has on, I don't know, this is not translating well. It goes on and on and on and on. It's a very long thread. I'm sorry, Nala, that she revealed all of your private information like that to me, and that she made up things about your name to mess with you in other people's houses for free. I know you've known her for years. Okay, so it's a very unfortunate thread. It has really shattered French Twitter, and it's come over to London Twitter, and everybody's speaking about it, mainly because, a content creator that is mentioned on here is Miss Rose, and of course, mentioning Miss Rose, somebody who's part of the the London kind of content creator field, people are going to talk about it, react to it from London, and it's all over the UK. Now, it's shameful when you have somebody who you deem a close friend to talk about you badly, especially when you consider them close friends, especially when you're all social media individuals, content creators, and your friends about it. Listen, with my group of friends, or just in general group of friends, I'm content that I'm probably the only one as a content creator. I feel like when you have a group of content creating friends, stuff like this can happen where somebody will air out the details for some kind of traction or reaction or entertainment or whatever, and it's very sinister, because I do feel like situations like these are not funny, and they should be dealt off the grid, should be dealt off Twitter, don't need to be made there for everybody else to add their think piece and their discussion to it, because it just becomes embarrassing. It's grown individual stuff that should not be mentioned on Twitter, and I feel like this particular individual who made this, you were okay listening to all the crap that was fed to you about all these people. But now suddenly, once you've had lies spread about you, you will now come and expose this person via threads. Doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense, because you were very happy to listen to all of that, and none of that was an issue for you, but it only becomes an issue once you become implicated in whatever these alleged lies are. Now, Chloe, I believe her name is Chloe Kitembo, apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong, also has a right to air her side to the story. There's always two sides to the coin, and the other side is also entitled to be heard. So whenever she chooses to do that, I believe she will. But it's a shattering thread that has basically exposed her allegedly for being a fake friend, being somebody who wasn't there for these content creators, influencers, and saying bad things about Miss Rose to the point where she mentioned that I don't want to expose all the stuff that I've heard about you. And it's just like, do you even really need to make this thread? It's just very messy. Did you even need to make that tweet? I don't think you did. It's just very unfortunate, very immature stuff that is going on here, and it's not needed. And it's sad that this girl's been exposed, allegedly, but I feel like she could have been exposed allegedly off the grid, off Twitter, amongst your group of friends, and you deal with these situations silently, and not with the public eye's attention on it, because that can add a lot of strain on issues like this, and I feel like it's just not needed. So I just wish things can be dealt with off the grid. If they started on the grid, if they started online as an issue, then of course finish it offline. Finish it online, sorry. But an issue like this began offline and could have been kept offline, and now everybody's quite tweeting about it. Everybody's seeing this madness that is happening, and it's just sad when you believe somebody is your friend and they are using you for some kind of social media clout, number one, or number two, they are backbiting behind your back and you consider them such a close friend. It is an utmost form of betrayal. And betrayal is something that I feel is very hard to get over, especially if you value them as a close friend or family member, and they betray you like this. You become speechless, you don't know how to deal with stuff, and it really shakes you. It shakes your soul when you've been betrayed by somebody so close to you that you just don't get over it. You learn to work around it. So it's just sad that if this were to be the case, that this has happened, but I feel like it's even more sad that it's become in the public eye, for the public's opinion, for everybody to be speaking about this whole situation right now. I feel like that in itself just makes everything worse, because now this Chloe girl has been bombarded in comments. I've seen everybody saying stuff, and I feel like everybody adding their opinion to stuff. It doesn't change or fix or help things. So hopefully they can all resolve this matter if they wish to do so in some kind of capacity that is mature. But I feel like all of this is very messy, guys. Very uncalled for, and the way that this person who wrote this thread, I had every single content creator, I said, listen, the way she just started the thread and just called and said Chloe Kitembo, the way she just dragged it and exposed everything is just an absolute mazzoline, and I just feel like I wish it could have been dealt with offline, because now it's just become a huge think piece for Twitter, for the world. Everyday analysis and think piece discussion, everyday analysis is so tiring. Whether these other content creators choose to deal with this in any kind of way is obviously their own choice, but I hope and wish that these content creators don't react in any kind of way that will only amplify and add fuel to this fire, and just kind of, you know, silently do whatever they need to do and just keep it pushing, keep it moving, if that is what they wish to do, because it's just now imploding on the internet. I believe it's going to get bigger and bigger as, you know, the day progresses. But please do not send hate to anybody addressed in this video. It's a waste of your time. Let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. Subscribe. And I will catch you guys soon for another video.